Powered by Riverside FM.
What I'm trying to say is that if I can change,
Я думаю, что каждый тоже изменился
and
сегодня.
you can change,
Вы можете измениться.
everybody can change.
Каждый может измениться.
You're listening to WildFireRadio.com presents the Jerry Torres program. No bad news, no sad news, no politics, no religion, just happy fun stuff. And now, here's your host, Jerry Torres.
Five-time Emmy Award-winning anchor Ron Burgundy and Tits McGee.
Now go to that voodoo that you do somewhere.
Hello. Oh my God. That thing is up way too loud. Oh my God. Welcome one and all to another edition episode of the Black Friday Jerry Torres program. Welcome one and all. What the hell, man? Damn it. Hold on. Okay, everything is up and running. Okay, I can hear my voice. Now, the question is, what the hell? What? God damn it. Oh my God. Well, it's just one of those days. All right, hold on. I knew this was going to happen. I had a feeling. Oh my God. Why me? All right, let me see if I can find it here. I know I have it up here. There it is. Okay, install. I'm trying to update my Google Translate. It's down a bit. I haven't used it in a while. Oh my God. So now it's up and running. All right, there we go. Later. Anyway, the reason why I have it up is because in case Cobra VIP comes on from Belarus. As a matter of fact, you know what? I am pretty much going to tell everyone, hey, everybody, I'm going to go on live. So, oh my God. So, yeah, I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. Nothing new, food, pies, and then calorie count, and then, oh, God. Oh, man. Let's just say I'm just glad Thanksgiving is over. All right, so here we go. I'm going to go on live, let everybody know. All right, so let me see, 15 seconds. Okay. Oh, my God, I hate this glare. There we go. Yeah, get that glare out of there. All right, and post. Hey, everybody, it is the Jerry Torres Black Friday Jerry Torres program. I'm on live now, so if you'd like to join me, please do. I'm watching the Eagles-Chicago game, so join me. Watch it later. All right, so then this, and then I click on here, live now. Booyah! Oh my God. All right, shut up. I just hate those. They're like, you know what? The government is like that. The government's like that. All right, the government doesn't give a damn about you. Shut up. Anyway. That's being so nice. Let me go to my soundboard. Damn it. I can't believe that the Nick McElwain is leaving the President Steve show. What the hell is going on, man? You know what? I am not even going to get into it. I'm not. Hold on. I had to use my nasal spray. It was my nosy wosy was getting cloggy woggy. Oh my God. All right. So I feel so much better now. Oh God. So anyway, Thanksgiving is now officially over. I'm happy and content. I had a pretty good Thanksgiving. Yeah, I did. One and done. I ate a lot. and I kind of broke my diet rules. But it was like, one day of the year, they just screw it, have some food, be thankful, bing banga booma boom 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 banga. All right, so let me get on live. Here we go. So anyway, I went to the gym early yesterday morning and came back home, took a nap, and then Thanksgiving was 30. Well, the football. Oh my God, I'm starting to fall asleep now. Hold on, let me drink my coffee. Yeah. So I really didn't want to fall asleep or start yawning like crazy. Oh my God. So let's see who's on and I could love to join me. I thought Tinkerbell Batty. Yeah, you know what? All right. Anyway, so I just watch a lot of videos on YouTube about these people that were once they were thieves, how they were smart to steal money from Vegas, how one was like an crypto mobster, and yeah, it was interesting how like these people use the internet, use the computer, use their laptops to steal money. Leah Vanessa Tiger, guten Tag, my friend. Hello, hello, hello. All right, so let's see. Let me see here. All right. Hello. All right. Hello. All right. Now that I got Google Translate up. Hello, Germany. There you go. Oh my God. Germany. All right. Translate. Grant. There you go. Oh my God. What the hell? I had it up here. All right, stop. All right. All right, now I hit translate. And then this. Oh my Lord.
Hola Ilmania. Hola Ilmania. Hola Ilmania.
Oh wow, that did it more than once. Alemania. Wait a minute. That's Spanish. No, I wanted it in German. What the hell, man? Oh my God. See what I mean? I said hello Alemania in Spanish, but what I really wanted was enjoyment. Oh my God. There we go. All right. Now we can translate, baby. Booyah.
Hola Ilmania.
There you go. Or is it Hola Deutschland? Sheesh. Anyway. So yeah, Thanksgiving is officially over for me. I think I gained like 4 pounds back. But I went to the gym. I did the elliptical. I did the treadmill, and then I did the bike thing. I did like 4 machines. 3 machines yesterday, 4 machines today. And all right, back to what I was doing yesterday. I was on YouTube checking out all these once thieves that stole money from casinos and from banks and then from huge investment firms. I was like, oh my God. Why would these guys ruin their lives? One guy in particular, I forgot he used a name from a movie. Anyway, he used his laptop and he was always on his laptop constantly. You know what the funny thing about it is? When the FBI and all these federal agencies finally move in on these guys, right? And they hone in. These federal agencies don't mess around because they know what would happen if they know that they're about to get caught. They'll encrypt and then they erase everything. They'll encrypt their computer, and then they erase everything, and then they break their laptop, and then they got to start all over again. And then the next thing you know, the federal agencies don't have a case because everything was destroyed. But sometimes they get really smart. Like there was this one guy from Taiwan, I think from Taiwan anyway. He was like a gangster, in crypto guy, what he did. But anyway, he was living like the lap of luxury. What the hell? He was living like the lap of luxury, and he had like a house, 14 cars. He was making billions, and then all of a sudden, it's like they had to catch this guy, and all these agencies work together to grab him, right? And finally, they talked to the Taiwanese government. They knew what would happen if the cops knew, if all these federal agencies, from Taiwanese to Canadian, whatever. And I'm not kidding. It was like from Taiwan, Canada, United States. It was like they all worked together to grab one guy. And long story short, they surrounded his house, but they knew what would happen if he saw a presence of flashing lights and badges at the door. These guys like know what to do. Like, one, they erase everything. Two, they put like this special encrypted code. Everything will be encrypted. Like, it's impossible for them to break the code. Only they would know how, but they would never reveal it. Second, they destroy their laptop. I was talking about, they smash everything. And next thing you know, they have no case. So they waited outside, and they knew they were surveilling him. And all of a sudden, all it had to take was a woman to do an accident in front of his house. He looked out the window, and then all of a sudden, the lady called for help. He walked out of the house, and next thing you know, that's when they moved in. And he started to run back to his house, but there were federal agencies already in his house, and they blocked him, and they took his laptop. And now he's serving like 30 years in prison. Another guy from Montana or Idaho did the same thing. He was like putting hits out on people. I was like, oh my God. And he was making like $1.3 billion. And except he went to a library, and they did the same thing, but they had to stage something to get him away from the laptop for like at least like 30 seconds. So that way they know what to do to grab it. And they did. Like, they put up a fake fight. He gets up, looks at the fight, and next thing you know, the federal agencies, excuse me, I burped, grabbed his laptop, and now he's serving life without parole. And people are like, damn, all he did was encrypt. Believe it or not, he placed hits on a lot of people. He was like a mob boss, but like in the black internet. Hey, See No Evil, how you doing, honey? Oh my God. I would love to invite you. I do, but I'm not going to be on here too long. But I hope you and your family had a great Thanksgiving. I appreciate you coming on. As a matter of fact, leave a crazy shout out. See No Evil. All right, See No Evil, 114 followers, 115 following. As a matter of fact, Leah Vanessa Tiger, follow my good buddy, See No Evil. Yeah. It's C/No/evil. Yeah. Love that picture. There you go. So yeah, that's what I was doing almost all day, looking at these people like they stole money from casinos, these cartel bosses that were like on the internet, like big time mob bosses. I was like, oh my God. And it's funny how like they had power. They all, because of their laptop, they were on their laptop 24/7, writing messages, stealing money, placing hits on people. And nobody knew who they were because everything was like encrypted. They were using code names. And it took a lot of people, like 3 or 4 years, to track that one guy down. I was like, damn. Like, let me get back to my soundboard, man. All right. So back to my Thanksgiving thing. I had a good Thanksgiving. I'm kind of glad it's over. I ate way too much, man. Oh my God. What the hell was it?
You don't want that smoke.
Well, damn. Yeah, there was a lot of food I ate. Yeah, like that. So I had the usual turkey and cranberries. This is how I like to have my meal on Thanksgiving. All right. I have the mac and cheese, I had the mashed potatoes, the turkey, the gravy, and the cranberry sauce. Now, the way I do mine, and there was vegetables too, I had that. The way I had mine, I didn't want to make a video of it. I was like, there's 14 quadrillion people doing the same thing, right? So I posted that video of the Pixar of me and the turkey, and something came, hey, why don't you say, hey, let's have Chinese food instead? So, I'm sorry, I had to drink my coffee. I didn't want to fall asleep. So what I like to do is I had the cranberry right there, right? And I love cranberry. I would slice up my cranberry and put the mashed potatoes with the turkey all at once. That's how I do mine. I was like, yeah, I like it like that. And everybody's, ew, that's disgusting. Oh, shut up. You know what I mean? It's like, I hate those people that are like, listen, that's how I like. I like sweet and savory, like right there, and one spoonful, and one grab of the fork. You know, that's disgusting. How can you do that? Oh God, I wanted to like flick my mashed potatoes right in their eye. It was my house, so basically, it's my house. You don't like it, find another house. I've seen everybody's like, oh well, you eat the way you eat, I eat the way I eat. All right, so shut up. It's my house. Oh my God. Oh, coffee's good. So and then after that, I had three pies. All right. I had coconut pie first, then I had apple pie, and then I had what the hell was the third pie? Oh, pecan pie. I had three pies. All right. Now I know in Germany they don't celebrate Thanksgiving like we do, but see no evil. I know like your Thanksgiving was slamming. You probably ate a lot too. And I was like, oh my God, three pies, whipped cream. I wanted vanilla ice cream next to it, but I was like, you know what? That's way too much. I ate way too much. I'm going to be farting all day. Oh God, help me. Yeah, hold on, man. What the hell is wrong with my soundboard? There we go. Up that baby up. Yeah. Much better. Wow. Okay.
There's no takeout at the Radizio.
So anyway, I watched football after that, and next thing you know, about an hour or two later, I went back again, had the leftovers. I made a sandwich. I made a turkey. This is the sandwich I made. I made a turkey, mashed potato, mac and cheese, cranberry sandwich. And again, I should have made a video of that, but then again, I was thinking there's probably over 14 quadrillion people doing the same thing. So I was like, you know what? I'll post a video of me and the turkey talking, and then let me just watch the football games. That's it. Watched the football games, took a nap, and after 2 rounds of Thanksgiving food, I was done. I was like, I can't do no more. I had to take my pills. Oh my God, just to relax. Oh my God, where the hell is? Oh, there it is. Got my napkin. And everybody was like, are we gonna go to the movies? I was like, no, we ain't going to no movies. I'm staying home, watching all 3 football games, take my naps, relax, and just not do anything the rest of the night. That to me was Thanksgiving for me. That's how I like it. Anyway, so even though like I rested, I didn't drink no alcohol. I stay away from alcohol regardless. I used to have it with red wine, then like a light beer, but this year I just said no alcohol. No alcohol. I had like these somebody brought over 7-Up zero sugar drinks. I said, yes, perfect. Sparkling water, yes. I was like, if you're gonna bring in soda, make sure it says 0 sugar in it. So yeah, so no alcohol, 0 sugars, drinks, and I was like, felt better. You know what I mean? Because normally after I eat a big meal on Thanksgiving, I'm like gassy, bloaty, and tired. I was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to sleep. But yesterday I was pretty energized, I wasn't that drowsy. I did take naps, but it was like 15, 20-minute naps. I was like, damn. Not like the hour or two like I did last year. But yeah, the food was good and the company was good. My brother was over and I just enjoyed a nice day off. You know what was funny though? A friend of mine didn't want to cook. And he wanted Chinese food. And normally some, Chinese restaurants or other Asian restaurants, 3 years when I was a kid, they never closed on Thanksgiving. Ever, right? This year they were. I was like, what? He said he went to 6 different Chinese restaurants, Taiwan, Thai, and it was like they were all closed. And they said there was a sign on the door, we're closed Thanksgiving Day. And the next thing you know, he looked on his phone. Okay, there's got to be one that's open. Went to another one. He went to 5 of them, and they were all closed. And he said the same thing I did. You mean to tell me they were closed on Thanksgiving Day? Are they following our traditions now? Even though they are American, but still. So he had no choice but to cook Thanksgiving meal. And he did. He whipped up something really good for his family. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, I remember when I was a kid, Chinese restaurants were always open, from Indian restaurants, Asian restaurants, they were open on Thanksgiving Day. And he goes, yeah, I remember back in 1985 and 86. Like, yeah, I remember when they didn't feel like cooking for Christmas Day or that. We won't go to a Chinese restaurant. They were wide open. They were getting orders. They knew it was probably like the busiest time of the year because there were probably a lot of people that didn't feel like cooking at all. And it's like, I'm going to order Chinese food. I'm going to order this. Next thing you know, I was like, yeah, what the hell? You kidding me? He's like, dude, I went to 5 to 6 different places. They all had a sign on the door that's read, we're closed Thanksgiving Day. Have a good holiday. Sorry. No. Please do not tell me times are changing now. I was just reminiscing on that one. It's like, damn, I remember when I was like, what? I think it was 13, 14 years old, Thanksgiving Day. I remember driving. We had Thanksgiving, but I remember like the Chinese restaurants. 2 of them are still around where I live. And I remember when I was a kid. And I remember on Thanksgiving Day, they were wide open. The flashing open sign. I would see like 6 or 7 people inside ordering food. I remember the delivery guys were working overtime because they were getting the super orders because there was probably 1,000 people that did not feel like cooking at all. Next thing you know, I remember like, wow, I guess they love working on Thanksgiving Day. I remember my dad was like, well, that's how they're not familiar with our traditions. I was like, well, yeah, okay, I'll give it that, but still, it's like, really? You guys are open? And I remember they were getting like 6 restaurants. There's like, how many Asian restaurants are there? Okay, there's 7 of them. 2 of them are Thai restaurants. The rest are Chinese restaurants. There used to be a Japanese one, but they closed down. Now it's a CVS. And I love that place. Oh my God, that place was so beautiful. Why did they close? It sucks, man. They had the best sushi I ever had. And it had the best maki. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But still, it just blew my mind that they were closed on Thanksgiving Day. And then my brother jumps into the conversation. He goes, yeah, I remember when the kids were like 5 or 6 years old. And, it said, Daddy's not cooking to Thanksgiving. They would order Chinese food, but they make sure they ordered what their daughters love. Like, what is it? My oldest niece, she loves General Tso's chicken. And my youngest niece, she loved pepper steak. That was her favorite. And that's what Daddy would order for his girls, And it would come in, and my dad would give the driver a really big tip, like $50. He's like, here you go, man. Thank you so much. And the whole family would eat their favorites like pork fried rice, whatever, mushi. That's mushi. What's it called? Damn it. Oh my God. Anyway, so they would order their favorite meals and they would get the Chinese donuts, right? I call them biscuits with sugar on top. But damn it, they're good. And that's it. That would be their meal. That would be their Thanksgiving Chinese food restaurant meal right there. And the whole family would sit there, eat, and since none of them don't even know how to use chopsticks, I know how to use chopsticks, damn it. Because every time, as a matter of fact, I got my bamboo ones right here. See, look at that. My bamboo, these are my favorite ones. Relax, I clean them after I use them. See, look at that. Look how easy it is to use chopsticks. Look at that. That's how you use it. See? People are like, how the hell do you know how to use chopsticks? Listen. When I was a kid, I used number 2 pencils, drumsticks. You know what I mean? Anything that was long, it's like, ooh, sewing needles. Let me try this. And I would practice all the time. Now, anytime I go to a Chinese restaurant, I would grab everything, even from like eating it from the bowl of rice. Not one of my family members know how to use chopsticks. He's like, huh? You see, that's what you get when you don't practice. I've been practicing for years, and now I master the chopsticks right there. Look at that. Look how beautiful they are. These are bamboo, right? And these cost me nothing. Yeah. Yeah. It was from a bowl that I bought at Burlington Coat Factory. It was this beautiful bowl. And on top of them were these chopsticks, right? And that's how much. Then I looked at the price of the bowl, like, wow, $5 when the bowl cost like $30. But, Burlington Coat Factory, to get anything to knock down the price. And they said the chopsticks are bamboo. And I was like, whoa. And ever since then, it became my favorite chopsticks. Oh, my God. So, yeah. And I was just going back to the story that I was telling. How could Chinese restaurants be closed on Thanksgiving Day? Oh, my God, man. But it is what it is. Times are changing. And I really miss those days where it's like an Indian restaurant. I think there's 2 of them where I live. And then the Chinese food restaurants would be open. There you go. Sorry, my soundboard was fading away. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, my God. But yeah, it was a fulfilling meal. I had everything. I was happy, even though that my mom is not here. She passed January, but still, we all managed to had a good time. That's what it is. You just continue life, moving on with your life. Oh, my lordy, 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 lord. Are my glasses dirty? Yeah, they are. So Leah, Vanessa, Tiger, and See No Evil are up there. Hello. And VT 1955. Hello, 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 hello. But Leah and See No Evil. There you go. Those are the 2 favorite. And JTV